Thank you for joining us. I'm noticing a page focused on ceiling solutions. It was submitted by a woman named Ruby. Ruby, we want to help you today, and we're looking for transferable principles that will work for many of the others who are joining us as we do Live Op. I haven't seen this page before today, and I'm moving swiftly through it, asking myself a simple question. What is the most important change you could make to this page? Now think for just a moment. In fact, if you're looking at yourself, you might ask yourself the same question. There are ways we can help improve its performance, but what is the most important way? Now, if I look at the breadcrumbs, I get a sense that this is a classic category page. In e-commerce, some of the most important pages for us to optimize are the product pages, the category page, of course the home page, but also the About Us page where many shoppers go in order to get that extra sense of reassurance. In this case, the category page is functioning, I think, as a landing page. I say this because search results indicate that a lot of people visit here directly from a keyword term that is important in the competitive space. So if they come here, what is the first thing they should see? Well, at the top you see custom wood ceilings. Properly, as a category page, it is focusing on title. This is where you're at. The problem is it stops there. It doesn't give me any sort of connection or dialogue. Most importantly, in introducing that dialogue, it doesn't connect me with the value proposition. Now, I've come to this page, I know what it is, but I don't know why I should engage here. Indeed, what's to stop me from leaving this page and going back into the search engine and looking for something else? Nothing. The two most important headlines outside of the sort of confusing hero shots at the top is custom wood ceilings and overview. Noticeably, they're in all caps, which classically gets in the way of quickly assessing meaning. I think you can with those, but in the blue box, carve out a truly unique ceiling with sizes, shapes, and curves made to your specifications. I think that particular phrase becomes very difficult. It's sitting in a box next to two other boxes, so I don't know if it relates to that box only, or to the other two, or to the page. So far, I've used a large portion of this page up without getting any of the most important question answered. When I come to your site, the most important question you can answer after I have clearly got a sense that I'm in the right place is this: why should I stay here rather than consider any other option? Indeed, that question connects to the value proposition of the site itself and of the products represented on the site. The primary question that should be answered throughout the site is this: if I am the ideal customer, why should I purchase from you rather than any of your competitors? That question forces the merchant to understand an ultimate reason, to communicate the primary argument for shopping with them. If the merchant doesn't have a good answer, Ruby, if you don't have a good answer, then you shouldn't spend your money on marketing. You should spend your money on improving your product mix and your offering. Now, I'm going to assume that you do have a good answer. And if that's the case, the problem is you're assuming that answer into the design of your page, and you are not helping me as a visitor understand why this is the best place for me to look for my solution. So you have two kinds of value propositions that should be communicated. One is the primary value proposition of your organization, and the other is the product level value propositions associated with custom wood ceilings. So how do you do that? Well, first of all, beneath your title, which I would probably make slightly smaller, I would have a strong headline that draws me into the page and suggests or implies enough to get me to want to read what happens next. In fact, the goal of a headline is to capture attention and convert it to interest. If it does that, it gets me into a dialogue. Your job as the merchant is to get out of your metrics program and onto the page, which is to say, in the same room with me, having a dialogue, anticipating what's in my mind, anticipating what I'm worried about, and helping me solve for the problem I came to this page and the problem that was on my mind when I typed the term in the search engine. Ruby, I would have a headline, a subheadline. I would not let those boxes at the top of the page take up so much of my real estate and get in the way of the communication, and I would have a strong value proposition for this category and the products represented on it with perhaps 2 or 3 evidentials. For instance, I have no idea if you have a complete selection. I have no idea if in customization you do particular work that no one else can do. I have no idea how long you've been in business and whether or not I can trust your enterprise. I have no idea if your cost is particularly attractive to me, or if you're a little bit more expensive than someone else, why you are, why that's justified, and why I would spend my money with you. Now, you can't answer all of those questions in a single statement, but you can take the most important answer and put it in front of me. See, as a marketer and as a merchant, your job when I come to this page is to identify what lever in my mind needs to be pulled that will stimulate my action. My action, my desired action, would be to engage in this page to try and understand your particular products, and then from there I move further up the thought sequence. But I have no reason to do so at this point. You're leaving it up to me to make all the meaning. And that means that I've got to work too hard. And I will tell you, your most motivated segments might do this, but your least motivated segments will not. So the first thing I do is get a headline, a subheadline. I'd move those 3 boxes. I wouldn't just say overview. It's not strong enough. This paragraph, put your spin on the traditional look of a wood ceiling by selecting Woodward's Customs wood ceilings in the sizes, shapes, curves. I'm not going to keep reading. Do you see how long the sentence is? Do you see that I still can't make meaning out of it? Do you see that it doesn't lead with what I get? It tells me to do something, and put your spin on the traditional look is a lot of words before I get any meaning whatsoever that connects to my important needs. It's marketing speak, and it doesn't do anything to particularly identify with me, appeal to my specific needs, or to make your case, the value proposition, the reason I should be here. And then it says, count on the You Inspire Solutions Center. What is that, and why do I count on it? Am I on that page already? Didn't I come here for that, or is that something else? And if I click on it, where do I go? And at Armstrong Ceilings, to help bring you one-of-a-kind ideas to life, one-of-a-kind ideas is marketing drivel. I'm going to summarize. My time is almost up. 1, get a headline and a subheader potentially. 2, move those big boxes out of the way. 3, give me a value proposition, some bullet points and evidentials. 4, improve the copy that I see under the overview section. Don't call it an overview. Give me a much more attractive title. Use bold in your paragraphs to give me an eye path. Communicate what matters most. Eliminate confusion, and then help me understand. I see 4 boxes and I see 4 categories beneath this category. Do I have to click in deeper? What does this mean? Are there more offers there? Why do I look there? You haven't told me what it is. You haven't told me what to do. I'm stuck on this page, just trying to figure it out for myself. Take the work out of it and give me the reason I should stay and engage. Ruby, if you try some of these things and you'd like to get our comments, talk to the Marketing Experiment staff. We'll do our very best to help you. Maybe you can run a test. We want you to be able to win. We also want people who are listening to this to be able to apply it to their own pages. Thank you.